A super fun staff appreciation thing for your school staff is to actually make over the staff lounge or the teacher's lounge or whatever you call it in your building, because guess what? It needs a makeover. Most staff lounges are bland, boring, devoid of any personality. And is that really where you want your school staff to recharge? Take a mental break, take a mental vacation to somewhere so that they can come back refreshed, ready, energized, full of patience, and great teaching inspiration. No, you want it to be like a fantastic place so they can really just get a break from the day and come back more fabulous. So we're going to talk about how to make that happen. I have an entire blog post all about this with really good pictures. I shouldn't say they're really good pictures. There are pictures from several different groups who submitted them to me. I think they're really good because they show real world examples of how people have transformed their staff lounges without it being crazy magazine transformation sort of thing, right? They've done really simple things that have added style, have added function, have added fun to the space. And it really wasn't that much. It takes a lot of planning. And before you start even getting onto Pinterest to get ideas for this, you need to, of course, get permission from your principal and maybe even the superintendent, whoever's in charge of the building. You're going to need to get that permission. You're going to need to have a plan that's probably going to need to get approved. So years ago, when I had kids at the lower elementary school, I was in the staff lounge quite a bit because I was in charge of staff appreciation a couple different times and was in there making copies and generally was just around because this was in the before times, before the pandemic. And I noticed that the staff lounge was really messy and people were just using it as a dumping ground. So they'd take something out of the classroom that they didn't want, or someone would make a donation to the school of supplies that they thought were going to be oh so wonderful and absolutely used. And they just kind of cluttered up the space. So I mentioned to the principal, I was like, hey, I'd like to fix this space up because, we're having to climb over things and it's turning into a jungle in there. And she agreed. I cleaned up the space and it was easy for me to do because I'm a professional organizer. So that being said, go ahead and tap into your talent pool of parents and see if anybody has professional skills where they can help you update the space. But I didn't add very much to the space. It was mostly me taking things away from the space. I just got rid of all the crap. Because there was so much crap. One teacher was using it, I'm not exactly sure why, but she had decided that her art room wasn't big enough, even though she had an entire classroom, and was spilling into the staff appreciation, she was spilling into the staff lounge, and it was hella messy. So I said to the principal, I'm like, can we limit her stuff? And I encouraged her to go through some things, the art teacher that is. And so she got rid of some stuff and we were really, really able to pare it down, got rid of faded construction paper, wrinkled paper, dried out paint, that kind of stuff. Just got rid of the true crap and really cleaned up the space. And it was really well received by the teachers because they were going in and going, I am not surrounded by junk anymore. It was just really nice. That is one small change you can make. The other thing you can do is you could give it a complete makeover. You could paint the walls. But before you do anything, instead of just putting your own spin on it, really you should get feedback from the staff. So go ahead and create a Google form and ask a survey or a survey monkey or whatever you want to do, but ask some questions about what they love about the space, what they would love to have added from the space, what doesn't need to be in that room, kind of all those good questions. And then based on those answers, then you formulate your plan. And then to make it all happen, either you set aside funds in your own PTO's budget, or you go ahead and get donations. So you can go to the big box stores and get donations. You can ask the community for donations. If you are partnered with a faith-based organization like a church or a synagogue, then you can approach whoever you're paired up with and see if they would like to contribute in any way. So you want to be adding things that not only add more function to the space, but also definitely some fun. Give them an opportunity to blow off some steam. One of the makeovers featured in the How to Make Over Your Teacher's Lounge post that's on PTOanswers.com, it features a Papa Shot, like a little mini basketball hoop with the nets, that whole thing. I don't know how they got it. I didn't ask the specifics if they had it donated or purchased it outright, but that was super fun. They carved out a little corner for that and added that in. It really gives the teachers and staff a chance to blow off some steam. So there's a bunch of different things you can do to the space to make it more inviting. You can add new furniture. The staff appreciation chair, who came a couple years after me, went ahead and replaced all of the chairs at the table because they were quite tattered and torn up and not comfy. You can build upon the space. If you can't afford to do it all in one go, just plan it out. Kind of chunk it up, see what you can do one year. It can be an ongoing project, which could be really fun for their staff because every year something new gets added. It's also a really smart way to make it happen budget wise, since you're breaking it down into smaller parts. So I hope this is giving you some ideas, some motivation. Go ahead and check out the Teacher Staff Lounge Makeover post. I have dropped a link in the description below, and there you will get even more ideas with links to specific products that I recommend. And I totally hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Want even more guidance on how to be a stronger leader so you can run a better PTO or PTA? All these resources and more are waiting for you at PTOanswers.com.